On 2nd and 10, Newton. And this one's incomplete. For the 49ers, their starters defensively, and I got to look at DeForest Buckner.
Love him. Tall, angular. What you worry about with guys like that is can they bend and play with leverage? And DeForest Buckner absolutely can. Did everything that was asked of him at Oregon. He's going to have a big-time career with the 49ers.
3rd down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
Hey, we got three. Three down.
Throwing again is Newton. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. Here we go on 4th. Newton. And Gen's got it. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It'll be a gain of 8 yards. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
As a defender, I always found the slant route extremely difficult to cover unless you're able to jump on top of it early, because once he gets his hands on the ball, he's at full speed going away from you.
It all happens in the blink of an eye, doesn't it?
It really does. The timing is so important. That ball's got to be out of the hands of the quarterback and to the receiver like that. And if it is, you often get a very successful play.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Three down.
Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Here's Newton. A dump off here to Stewart. Spinning past him. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now Newton on 1st down. And it's hauled in by Ed Dixon. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A good pickup of 6 there on 1st down. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Second down and 4. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They go play action with Stewart. Now Newton. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
A play fake to Stewart. It's Newton. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Again, Newton. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's second down. Ooh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Corey Brown, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Here comes Bruce Ellington on the return. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by their 6-year quarterback out of Nevada. Still a 49er, it's Colin Kaepernick.
And all we kept hearing was that he was going to be somewhere else, didn't we? The trade rumors were all over the place. What were we talking about? Denver? I think the Jets there was some discussion about.
Buffalo a little bit,
yeah,
Cleveland.
A little bit, yeah, a whole bunch of different places, but he's back in San Francisco. And if Carlos Hyde runs the ball real well, we may see flashes of the old Colin Kaepernick off of the run game where he can use his legs as well as throw the ball downfield.
The starting 11 on your screen now, and the one we discuss is Torrey Smith.
You would do worse than to just call long pass plays and throw it to Torrey Smith. He can certainly take the top off of any defense.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They run it again with Hyde. And he is going to lose yardage here. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
9 yards to go. It's third down. On third and long, it's Kaepernick. Out to the flat for Hyde. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now a first down throw for Newton. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. 1 quarter down. 7-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Push him back. Push him back.
They fake the give. Newton. He's going to let it go again. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The first-round pick from a year ago, Eric Armstead, in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. One receiver left, three to the right. Here's Newton now on second down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
So they're operating in the red zone.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Alert, alert.
From the red zone now, Newton. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Kelvin Benjamin, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And he had time there. I mean, you give any quarterback that length of time, he'll make you pay.
It just puts way too much stress on guys trying to cover downfield because, as you said, you that much time in the pocket, he can scan the field, find the open person. That's exactly what happened there. And what was the end result again?
Touchdown. Gano for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. That time a 6-play drive. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end. 4 down.
On second down, Hyde. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a third down.
And for K'Wan Short, the questions about his motor really went away in 2015. Boy, what a season he had.
17 tackles for a loss last year, and, of course, give him another one right there.
Everyone's got 4. 4 down.
Here's Kaepernick to throw. They go screen pass to Hyde. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to fourth down.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Getting set to go again here, Cam Newton marches back onto the field. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm. Throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. They'll come out in the pistol. Back to the air, Newton on second down. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. So 1:56 to play in this first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. They go play action here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
We got three, fellas.
They go play action with Stewart. Now Newton. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. The intended receiver was Corey Brown, and it's third down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. A play fake to Stewart. It's Newton. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. He'll keep the offense out to go for it on fourth. They will go for it. Now Newton. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. Fourth and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there was a time to be aggressive, now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one, and look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But fourth and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. Kaepernick now on first down. Complete to Quentin Patton. 11 yards for number 11. And Cap, of course, was a great baseball player, drafted as a pitcher. He kind of showed his arm right there, didn't he?
Yeah, he let that one go, didn't he? That was a catcher putting down the number one signal for the fastball and turning it loose. It was needed in that situation, though. He had to throw a tight spiral and a hard one in order to get it in there for a completion.
Carlos Hyde was the target, and it's second down. Kaepernick again here on 2nd and 10. This one complete, right side to McDonald. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Kaepernick now on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. It's the safety, Kurt Coleman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Getting set to go again, we get a peek at Kelvin Benjamin as he heads back out there now. And anytime a receiver's over 100 yards like he is, maybe the D coordinator scratching his head a little bit. If you're the D coordinator, what are you doing? Whatever he's not doing?
That's the best way to put it, but you have to treat him like the hot shooter in basketball, the guy that's just not missing. You run enough people at him to make him give up the ball in basketball. In this case, you've got to cover him with enough people that they throw the ball to someone else and make them beat you.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And he slings one that's incomplete. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. They'll put two receivers left, two to the right. They'll throw again from their own end zone. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Stewart is the lone setback. Newton now to throw. And incomplete here on third down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Here's Mike Cyphers now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. It's caught. Jones.
Whoosh.
And the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. It's a big play that time on the fake punt. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going.
Okay, that was a fake punt, and it was successful throwing the football. I know you threw the football in your past off of a fake.
Yeah, but unsuccessful back in my high school days. Old Tim Jones dropped it, hit him right in the numbers. But I'll tell you what, these guys, they love this opportunity, don't they? A chance to get involved.
They certainly do, and many of them were quarterbacks or big-time players when they were in high school and college. So to get back doing what they did before, always fun.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Panthers on offense. First quarter winding down. They'll look to the end zone here, and he capped off the long drive with the TD. Panthers up by a touchdown. They take it at the 33-yard line. The catch is made after a quick pass, and that connection will lead to a gain of 49 yards. Panthers have it later on the drive. The pass is completed into tight coverage, and this 5-play drive goes for a touchdown. Panthers up by 2 touchdowns. That'll do it from here in Orlando. Let's get you up to North Carolina for the second half with Brandon and Charles. Gents.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback, and as we saw in week 1, the new rule, this one coming out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Oftentimes when you're not winning at the point of attack for an offensive line, maybe they're getting out physical. Spread things out a little bit, make it more of a one-on-one blocking scheme. Then you don't have to win it physically. You just have to win it by position. That may open things up for your running backs.
Kaepernick now on 3rd and goal. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
Defense,
we got
the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play there for Carolina. 43 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Stewart is the lone setback. Now Newton. His throw incomplete.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
To the air again, Newton. They'll set up the screen for Stewart. And he is going to lose yardage here. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And Dixon over the middle. Needed more than 3, but that's all they got. And it's 4th down. So now off goes Newton, and on comes the kicker, Graham Gano.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the third quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3-and-out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? I mean, you're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh boy, you wish you hadn't.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
They come up in an offset eye. 2nd and 10, Newton again. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
And now the 49er offense ready to go and getting back out onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And that is incomplete here.
And there was a good opportunity that just went awry there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. The open man is Smith. Touchdown, 49ers. Torrey Smith, his first touchdown of the new season. And the 49ers get a score closer. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. It took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Cam Newton getting ready to go again on offense. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
Newton. He's going to loft one deep left, and that's caught inside the 35. They give him a gain of 38, and he is picking up right where he left off a week ago. I wrote down, so funny here in my notes, what he said last week, and after we talked to him about the good game, he said, I will do it again, and I wrote those words down, and he's done it again.
And it's not bragging if you're doing it, right? Because that's exactly what he's told you, and he is getting it done smooth in the secondary, making catches, making plays. That's the guy that we know.
Caught on the left side by Benjamin. They'll get 17 yards there, and it'll be a Carolina first.
Well, it's obvious to me that the big guy is beyond locked in. We saw last week a scintillating performance. We're seeing it again. I think he and his coordinator are in lockstep right now.
Sometimes a tip of the cap to the guys calling the play. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Ted Ginn, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. Gano out to kick this one away. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now it's 2nd and 7.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. He's got his guy. It's Patton over the middle. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. Surveying the field. This one complete. Right side to McDonald. And a pretty nifty hurdle there before he's brought down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Now Kaepernick throwing on second down. He gets this one to Bruce Ellington. Touchdown, 49ers. Bruce Ellington, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Now Dawson for the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Caught on the left side by Ginn. Look at the spin.
Balance.
So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And they will take a knee here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Oh, he fakes a spike. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one. But, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a 3rd down attempt.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And to the tight end, Olsen, right side. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work.
I remember being taught that cliches have become so for a reason. A lot of times they're true, right? What's that they used to tell us about letting sleeping dogs lie? Well, this one wasn't sleeping. Maybe it was just slumbering a little bit. But taking that gamble there, you've got the lead. You may have ignited them now that they stopped you.
That's exactly right. If you take the points here, you don't shift momentum necessarily on that play. You probably just did. They start the drive with Hyde. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Kaepernick to throw. Finding time. Out to the flat for Hyde. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. To throw is Kaepernick. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Coney Ely in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Back to throw, Kaepernick. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. Now Kaepernick. And that is incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And now it's fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
22 yards on the pickup there. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on fourth and long. They're going to hurry back to the line now. To throw is Kaepernick. He dumps it to Hyde. And he's brought down. 18 yards on the pickup there. And the 49ers are going to get a first. Into the red zone now. Kaepernick. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Second down now after the pass completion. Now Kaepernick again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Newton's going to throw it. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Now the 49ers going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now Newton. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
Newton. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for the Panthers, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Minnesota Vikings come to town. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.